Colby, congratulations on your victory this evening. Obviously, it was a very emotional week. People chanting at you, yelling at you, cussing at you, all that, and you kind of proved all the doubters wrong. Give me an idea just what the emotions like, the feelings like to have that gold belt that you said you'd have.
I did everything I said I was going to do. I told everybody I was going to make the welterweight division great again, and now I'm going to celebrate how a real American should celebrate winning a world title, and that's going to the White House to see Mr. Donald Trump put this on his desk, unlike the Philadelphia Eagles disrespecting our country's flag by kneeling for the national anthem.
What's more personally satisfying for you? I mean, every fighter is working towards a UFC title, and now you have one. I mean, is it that personal accomplishment and satisfaction, or is it all the haters and all the doubters and everybody that said you wouldn't do it, being able to kind of shut them up, basically?
Yeah, I said everything I was going to do. I don't think there's very many media in here that picked me to win this fight. Definitely all the nerds on Instagram and Twitter didn't pick me to win this fight, so it's good to shut them all up, The nerd tears, it's a great feeling.
Your game plan obviously was relentless aggression, wrestling. You stuck to it for the full 25 minutes. I want to ask, how the fight played out versus your expectations. He did have a couple of great moments. He even took you down a couple of times. How did it play out versus what you thought?
He did a lot better than I thought he would do. I thought I was going to melt him within 2 rounds, but he's got good cardio, a lot better than Tyron Woodley. So, it was a good fight. We put on a good show for the fans.
The last thing for me, Colby, Tyron took to social media right away and said, listen, let's do this, let's get it done. Give me an idea. I mean, what's your condition right now, your health? I mean, how fast could you turn around after a 5-round battle like that and have this unification fight?
I'm looking at, is the Madison Square Garden card in November?
Should be.
Yeah, so I'm looking around that time frame, I put in a lot for this camp, so I want to keep getting better. I'm getting better every time you see me. I'm putting a lot of work in Muay Thai, so, the guy's a fake, man. He's out there spitting bars. You should go listen to that, man. If you guys think you hate me now, go listen to him try to do his rap album right now. That's a joke. So besides that, he's doing his little gossip stuff in Hollywood. He's doing these little B-list movie roles that go straight to DVD. He's doing anything but fight, and that's why I'm here. I'm making this welterweight division great again.
Hi, Colby. I'm wondering if you've been able to talk to Dana. When he was here, he said he could get you into the White House.
I haven't got to talk to Dana. I talked to Dan Lambert. He has that connection to get me in there too. So, I think we're going to talk after this conference and definitely get me into the White House and put this on Trump's desk.
And explain what's going on with this water bottle. Does that say nerd tears on the side?
Yeah, this does say nerd tears. All the people out there that doubted me, all the nerds and virgins, which is mostly my haters, this is for them, They're all crying on social media right now. They're all complaining. They're probably saying, oh, RDA is a washed-up lightweight. No one gives me credit. I guess all I do is talk. I can't fight and prove it.
Colby, congratulations, of course, on the win. You obviously are a strong wrestler, but you did show other facets to your game tonight. Was that part of the plan, or were you surprised that, maybe RDA resisted a little bit and you had to switch things up a little bit? Because you did show more than just your wrestling.
Yeah, I wanted to come and show that I'm the most well-rounded fighter on the planet, and that's what I did tonight. I can now strike anybody. My pace alone is unstoppable. No one can keep with my pace, and Tyron Woodley's felt that in the gym. He knows it. He's tired at home. He's probably still out of breath.
With that matchup being next, I mean, how do you see that fight going down? How do you see yourself matching up with Tyron?
It's an easy matchup for me, man. I've trained hundreds and hundreds of rounds sparring at American Top Team with me, so I know how he fights. He's real predictable. All he has is a right hand. He's got no gas tank. He backs up and fights. People are scared of his power. I'm not scared of his power. I'll go right into his power. I'll get him in the clinch. I'll do whatever I want with him. I'll finish him inside 3 rounds. Mark my words.
I know there was a little bit of awkwardness with some of the Brazilian teammates at American Top Team. How do you think they're going to react with, you and Tyron? I know Tyron doesn't really train at the Coconut Creek Gym, but, he still represents ATT.
Yeah, he doesn't really train at ATT Coconut Creek. He has his little ATT affiliate in St. Louis. He's training at Duke Rufus. That's where he does his camps now. He's just trying to stay cool with Dan Lambert. Dan's the man, so of course he doesn't want to burn that bridge. But, I think the Brazilian teammates, I think they're going to be the same way they were. They don't want to train with me because all the favela masters in Brazil want them dead. And if they see that they're training with me, that's not going to be a good look for them. So, it's no hard feelings. We have nothing but love around the gym at ATT. It's just business now.
And, obviously Tyron's the next guy on the list, but, you've never shied away from, calling other fights, asking for other fighters. One guy who's out there at welterweight, or hopefully at welterweight again one day, is George St. Pierre. And I heard that that's a fight you might be interested in at some point.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in GSP, that Serb-sucking Canadian. I'll bury him right where he stands.
Colby, congratulations right here. Congratulations on the victory. Were you surprised that there was some Colby chants going on this evening?
No, not surprised at all. I think these people now finally get what I'm doing, and I'm putting on entertaining shows for the fans. And I think I'm probably going to turn to a baby face for my next fight because nobody likes Tyron Woodley. That guy's too busy gossiping about the Kardashians. He's in Hollywood on his little TMZ stint. So I think people are going to really embrace me, as making this division great again like I am.
Thank you.
Actually, speaking of that, and congrats, Colby.
Thanks.
Looking at the replies on Tyron's 2 tweets about you, overwhelmingly positive in his favor. And so I wonder if you feel like you're almost doing him a favor here because, for his last few fights, the fans have been kind of against him, but they're all saying, shut him up, beat him up, things like that.
Yeah, he could try. The same thing went for RDA tonight. They all said, hey, shut him up. But now he's most wanted man in the world right now. Everybody hates him, so everybody hates me. So now that he lost to me, he's not going to be able to show his face in Brazil anymore. So, Tyron Woodley, same thing. Everybody, the same thing's going to happen to him, the same fate, and they're going to turn on him after I beat him.
Does this really feel to you like you're the champion? Like, is this the feeling that you dreamed of when you dreamed of becoming a champion, or do you feel like you'll only feel that way once you beat him?
This is the undisputed strap. He had a chance to fight me last December. He was good to fight Nate Diaz. He was good to fight GSP, but, he couldn't get his money fight, and all of a sudden he needs preventative shoulder surgery that he waited 8 months to get after Damian Maia. So this is the real strap. He has the paper strap. Now he knows I'm the money fight. I built that fight, and no one wants to see him. They want to see me.
And just one more thing. You've seemed to have drawn the ire of your former roommate, John Jones. He was tweeting a lot about you, and I'm wondering if you had any response to some of the things he was saying.
No comment on John Jones. He is who he is.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, he's done what he's done for himself. I have nothing further to say. This is the real belt, so, I don't have anything to say about him.
Thanks.
Colby over here. You talking about the potential fight with Tyron Woodley. You mentioned some of the teammates who weren't very happy with you. Is there any concern preparing for Tyron that maybe some disgruntled teammates who have ties to Tyron Woodley, there may be some type of relay of information?
No, I'm going to definitely, Dan Lambert will make sure that, we get private training. We're not going to do it when everybody's watching. I got great training partners, Dustin Poirier, Jorge Masvidal, my best friend. He's the best look for Tyron Woodley. So, we'll do private training on certain times when no one's in the gym, so it won't be a problem. American Top Team's so big. Dan Lambert built a mecca of unbelievable gym out there, so there's tons of space, unlimited space. So I'm not worried about them.
And speaking of Dan Lambert, before you came over to the media table and called us all nerds, you had a great embrace with him when you left the cage. Can you just describe to us what it means to bring that belt back to Dan and to American Top Team?
It's everything that I told him the day I got to American Top Team. I was born and raised in American Top Team. I left college. He gave me an opportunity to come down to American Top Team, and he's taken me in like a son, and I can't thank Dan enough. To do this from the ground up. There's not many fighters that do that. Most of the fighters they train and then they come to other big gyms. I started American Top Team. I was born and raised there. So it was an unbelievable moment to see my agent Dan Lambert and the owner of our gym, American Top Team, and I'm proud that I could bring this belt and put it in the mantle right in the front of American Top Team.
Thanks, Colby.
Hi, I understand your fervent support of Trump and of the anthem, but are you aware that none of the Eagles ever kneeled?
I'm not aware of that, but what did they do? Didn't they not come out for the national anthem? They stayed in the tunnel or something?
No, that hasn't gone into effect yet. The most is one of the players raised his fist and one of his white teammates put his hand on his shoulder.
Well, I am aware that they, turned down their invitation to go see Trump, and that's a big slap in the face to America. I mean, there's all the brave men and women of America that put their lives on the line so they could have their freedoms to eat out of their silver spoons. They've been, the NFL players get so much leeway and so much money for, such a joke. So, You know, it's a joke that they turned down America. They wouldn't have their freedoms. Try going to Puerto Rico. Let's see how well they would do over there if they would make that kind of money. So, you know, it's a big slap in the face and disrespectful to America to turn down Trump's invitation.
Well, understand that. You know, what they're saying is they're doing it for social justice, for minorities to be treated equally. And what do you say on that front? Because a lot of times people don't raise this issue with other athletes that take issue with it.
Last time I checked, they weren't paid all that money to be political people. They were paid to play football. So I got to say, if I see them in the streets, I'm probably going to slap them.
Okay.
Any more questions? Okay, thank you.